Hallihallo Leute und willkommen zurück in einer weiteren Folge Genshin Impact. Wir haben hier letztens aufgehört und jetzt machen wir natürlich auch weiter. Let's go!
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the competition? Honestly, you don't look happy at all, but whatever else happened, you're the champion, you know? Don't you think you should be proud of that?
I suppose. Oh, wait. Sino said he wanted the card, didn't he? And now I have it, right here.
So you're gonna give it to him? But if it's a rare one, you should be able to make a tidy sum of more off it.
Why would I do that? It's of no use to me whatsoever. I may as well just give it to him. Could you pass it on to him for me when you next see him?
Whoa! This is a super big deal. You should do it yourself. Come on, let's go find Sino.
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair!
Lol, Paimon. Die zieht einfach deine Haaren. Auch nicht schlecht. Ja, Leute, das war der schöne Wettbewerb. Wir heimen noch ganz kurz unsere Marschu. Damit sie jetzt auch Full Life ist. Jetzt wieder alle unsere Charaktere Full Life. Ja, ich bin gespannt, was das Event noch alles so bringt.
What you looking at, Sino?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue. What brings you here?
Well, they gave me this limited edition Genius Invocation card, and I figured you'd have more use for it than I.
But it's a limited edition. Are you sure you want to give it to me?
What else would I do with it? I have no use for it.
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble? You don't have to do all this. Just tell me what's wrong and I will help.
Oh, that's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has absolutely nothing to do with this card. I'll figure my own issues out by myself.
All right. In that case, I accept your generosity. But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, I cannot simply take it from you. How about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price. Namely, the price that the previous limited edition card sold for.
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
1 million more at the very least.
Huh? How much?
1 million more?
If you feel that's too low, I can go a little higher.
1 million mora for a card? But you already have a whole bunch of these, shiny ones, don't you? I saw your deck last time we played.
Not every card is this valuable, and some cards are exquisitely designed, but not rare.
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty to be General Mahamatra if you're splashing out on things like this. But really, it's fine. I'd feel bad taking Mora from a friend.
Don't feel bad. I save a lot. I can spare the Mora for this card.
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that, you know. You definitely don't want to end up borrowing money in a moment of impulsivity. Living with debt is miserable.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience. I guess you've been through a lot?
I don't want to talk about it.
In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice. In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card, and it shall join the deck of destiny. Kaveh, come with me in a few moments to collect the Mora. Thanks to you, I have achieved my goal for participating in this tournament.
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top of my bills this month. Maybe I'll even have some left over. In fact, let me treat you all to a meal later. Bring Tainari and Kale, too.
Well, this is what they call all's well that ends well. Paimon wonders how the other contestants are doing. Let's go check in with them, shall we? Since we're guest commentators and all.
Alles klar, Leute. Ja, das ist doch mal ein erfolgreiches Ende tatsächlich. Auch nicht übel. Wir müssen auf jeden Fall wieder in die Stadt Sumero. Ja, die wunderschöne Stadt Sumeru, Leute. Ja, die wunderschöne Stadt Sumeru. Ja, es ist immer noch ein bisschen erstaunlich, dass wir jetzt schon bei Akt 3.6 sind. Ich frage mich wirklich, was 3.7 sein wird, ey. Da bin ich ja auch übelst gespannt. 3.7, ey. Boah. Die Zeit vergeht manchmal auch extrem schnell, ne? Muss ich ehrlich lassen. Nun, da bin ich mal gespannt. Wir müssen auf jeden Fall... Ich bin die Vertreter... Wo sind die denn? Ach, die sind da unten. Okay. Leute, wartet mal ganz kurz. Wartet mal ganz kurz. Ah, entschuldigt. Ja, I'm so sorry, Leute. Dass ihr ganz kurz warten musstet. Ah, meine Katze wollte raus aus dem Zimmer. Hat die ganze Zeit an der Tür gekratzt, so. Und dann musste ich sie mal ganz kurz rauslassen. Aber so konnten wir jetzt ganz gut Ausdauer regenerieren. Das ist auch was ganz Schönes. Die sind ja alle.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear. Back in the day, my fashion style was considered cutting edge by everyone in the academia.
Really? Well, then, sure, Madame Farzan. Maybe you could pick out a few fashionable outfits for us.
Farzan! Niru! Even Dia and Candace are here! What are you all up to?
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling through the streets. Madame Farzan here's pretty friendly. When she heard that we were buying clothes, she decided to give us some help.
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Never mind. We can purchase some textiles and make the clothes ourselves. Let's go with the plain fabric as our base. And embroider red and pink flowers on. Oh, and some green leaves.
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style? That sounds a lot like what the older folks back home would wear.
Don't worry. This style is a timeless classic.
No thanks. This is actually sounding pretty weird.
Wait. Madame Farzan's right. That style is a classic and used to be mainstream fashion. But these days, there's some other options too. If you don't mind, how about I pick some clothes out for everyone? It's not often that we get to meet up, especially since Candace rarely makes it to Sumeru City. Also, I know a few places where I can get a great bargain.
Sure. I'm happy to leave it to you.
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has to keep on top of what the youth of today are into.
Madame Farazan? Come quick! She's over here!
Who are you?
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing things you did during the competition. Do you have any classes we could sign up for?
Of course I do. And you're both very welcome to join.
That's great! We can't wait. What's your area of research? Precision mechanics?
I'm from Haravatat.
Huh? But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. I remember now. You were representing the Haravatat Darshan in the championship. Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know if you run any other classes in the future. I'll be there.
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madame Farzan, and I'd like to learn from you for a while, if possible. I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though cross-Darshan lessons might be a little tough to arrange. But I look forward to learning from you.
I see. You're a good egg, child. Don't worry. Study under me, and I promise you, you will get the best teaching available.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I won't disturb you any further. See you in class.
I don't quite understand what happened there, but congratulations, I think.
Traveler, Paimon, would you two like to come and pick out some clothes?
Sorry, we can't. We've got a meal with Kaveh later, and we have to check in with all the other contestants before then. Oh,
don't know where Hakai went. We just saw Layla not too long ago, though. But she was hanging out with some other Ratahoa students, so we didn't get a chance to speak with her. Are you gonna go and see what she's up to?
Ratahoa students? They must be the ones who voted for her to enter the competition, right? Oh, she didn't end up winning, so Paimon wonders how they feel about that. Let's go take a peek.
Okay, Leute. Ja, das ist auch eine Seltenheit, dass man mal alle 4 hier sieht, tatsächlich. Auch nicht schlecht. Auch nicht schlecht. So, ab zur Akademie, würde ich mal sagen. Ich glaube mal schon, dass wir zur Akademie müssen. Die Akademie! Okay, ja, wir sind richtig. Es ist auf jeden Fall sehr richtig. Ah, wer weiß doch, Leute, ihr habt doch die gute Nilo getanzt. Ja, das war zum Beispiel auch richtig nice. Das war ja ein, ich glaube, das war 3.2. Genau. 3.2 war ja die Sache mit Nilo. Mit Nilo, sage ich schon. Mit Nahida. Mit unserer kleinen Göttin hier. Ich finde es total interessant. Wenn sie springt oder läuft, kommen ganz kleine Töne immer bei ihr. Finde ich immer total interessant, dass bei ihr so viele Töne immer erscheinen jedes Mal. Äußerst interessant eigentlich. Na dann. Wir müssen, glaube ich, nach da. Glaube ich. Bin mir nicht sicher, Leute. Mal schauen. Da stand auf jeden Fall, wir müssen auf die Akademie rein. Aber der Raum war hier nicht richtig. Der Raum war nicht richtig, Leute. Okay. Fernzeuge. Mein Fehler. Warte mal. Hier ist doch irgendwas faul. Ach, wir müssen nach da. Ach so. Ah, okay, okay. Ach, das hier oben gehört auch zur Akademie. Das ist ja auch interessant. Stimmt, Leute. Die sind alles nur gelehrt. Da ist ein Schlüssel. Was? Der ist irgendwo hier. Irgendwo hier in den Dreh, Leute, ist der. What? Das ist ja interessant. Das müssen wir uns merken. LOL? Ich dachte, ich hätte hier alle von den, alle Schlüssel hier mit der Truhe hier geöffnet. In dem Gebiet hier. Scheinbar habe ich doch eine übersehen. Ist ja interessant. Und dann haben wir sogar 2, Leute. Dann sind noch 2 offen. Auch nicht schlecht. Aber wir müssen noch ein bisschen höher, wie es scheint. Ah, da sind sie. Und da ist auch Layla. Na dann.
I'm sorry, everyone. I could have done better in the 3rd round.
Oh, stop it. If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how bad does that make us look, huh? Heck, it's not like any of us had the guts to enter the championship.
I didn't see the whole thing, but you were the only contestant who scored points in both the first 2 rounds, right? And I heard that you actually found the diadem first in round 3. You came so close to winning the competition.
I just got lucky, I think.
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition out there. The renowned Tainari from Amorta, even Sino the General Mahamatra was there. You're amazing, all of you. Getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I see it, people aren't exaggerating one bit with the nicknames they give you. You are a genuine genius.
Oh, thanks a lot. But I really don't think I qualify as a genius. In the 2nd round, for instance, I dozed off and somehow found myself beside the device when I came to.
Ah, come on, don't be so hard on yourself. We've decided we're taking you out to celebrate, and that's final. Let's go. Cheer up, Layla. The rest of today's all about you.
Looks like things are going well for Layla. This is great. We haven't seen Hakai since the end of the competition. Oh well, it's almost mealtime. We'd better go meet up with Kaveh and Sino now.
Ja, ich weiß, ich verstehe nicht so ganz, Leute, warum Reo eigentlich da mitgespielt hat, ne? Bei den Turnieren tatsächlich, bei den Veranstaltungen. Ich weiß jetzt nicht genau, warum Reo mit dabei war. Gut, geil. Wahrscheinlich kriegt er immer so einen speziellen Namen, weil nicht immer, obwohl, man könnte ihn, aber ich glaube, die Charaktere können nicht einfach zu ihnen sagen Reo. Glaube ich. Ich glaube, Leute, das geht gar nicht. Die können nicht zu ihnen sagen Reo, weil die haben uns den Namen ja ausgedacht. Tatsächlich. Das geht gar nicht. Okay, sprich eine, wir müssen da runter, wir müssen nach da. Okay, dann machen wir das auch. Ja, Leute, aber wie es scheint, haben wir das Event bald durch, ne? Ich glaube, ja, das Event ist, glaube ich, bald durch. Das Event müssen wir auch noch machen, aber das Event, was noch 4 Tage gilt, tatsächlich. Hier ist es auch. Die letzte Quest. Ich glaube, das Event ist bald durch. Wir haben es also bald geschafft. Ich werde darauf, nach dem Essen ist es sogar vorbei, tatsächlich, Leute. Na dann. Legen wir mal los, bevor ich aber wieder runterfalle. Okay, ist nichts passiert. Ja, I'm so sorry. Ich musste springen. Also ich musste meine Springerstick einsetzen. Ja. Soll fürs Gehen, Leute. Ich hatte keine Lust, dass unsere Marsch wieder stirbt. Aber wir müssen nach oben. Oh. Haben wir mal so ein bisschen Top Secret Room? Ja, oder doch nicht. Oh, da sitzen sie. Oh, wenn ich das immer sehe, kriege ich mal Hunger.
Are you sure you have enough to cover this? Don't blow it all at once.
Don't worry, I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means. Anyway, I've lost count of how many times you've treated me. It's high time I return the favor. Oh, Traveler, Paimon, over here!
Ooh, look at all this! Good food, here we come!
I heard that you went to see the other contestants. How's everyone doing?
Faruzan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over by how well she did. We couldn't find Hat Guy, though. Who knows where he's gone?
Alhaitham's gone missing in action, too. The one time I'm actually in a good enough mood to treat him to a nice meal, he disappears without a trace. That guy. Where the heck could he have gone? I still have questions about that note he left. Well, whatever. He can do what he wants. Now, let's eat.
You shocked me a little when you hurled the diadem to the ground. On further reflection, of course, it made sense, but at the time I was expecting at least some amount of deliberation.
Sachin's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel his emotions, too. It was a mix of despair and horror swirling around inside my mind. He bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly, like he was trying to brainwash me. It gave me a splitting headache that only got worse as he went on. Like I was saying at the time, his views are not necessarily completely without value. But if all his research does is lead to misfortune, then we're probably better off without it.
If his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form and cause people to suffer, the Madra would step in and ban it.
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to claim that you agreed to inherit his research, but give up the research as soon as you've inherited the wealth. But that wouldn't have been your style. I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate. He chose you. That means he knew what he was doing.
Perhaps. I just think that if you accept someone else's things, you should honor their wishes.
That's a good thing. It means that you have integrity.
Thank you, oh my god, thank you. See, you get me, Kale. It's a good thing Alhaitham isn't here right now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Seems like you always include him in the conversation, even when he isn't here.
Yep, no dinner with Kaveh is complete without a few words about Alhaitham.
I sense that Alhaitham has in fact been here with us all along.
He's here? Where? Why didn't you tell me?
He lives rent-free in each of our hearts.
Oh Mann, Zaino.
That was horrifying. It literally sent chills down my spine.
Good thing you didn't say that before we started eating. That would have killed the mood in a heartbeat.
Alright, enough about all Hatham. Tainari, did you achieve what you wanted out of the championship?
I did, in the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a handful of people, they told their friends, and so on. Now, a record number of people have signed up to attend the next lecture. Oh, are you free next month? You should come along, maybe even say a few words.
About what? I don't know the first thing about anything Amorta related.
Just play to your strengths. For instance, you could talk about the distinguishing features of rainforest architecture, or ask everyone not to chop down too many trees the next time they're building a house.
Oh, well, that's no problem. Sure, I'll make time. Has everyone had enough to eat? I can order more if anyone's still hungry.
I'm full. Thanks. I'm super full, too. If only we could eat like this every day.
Yeah, we should do this more often. Work will always be there, but seeing friends is important too. This is a good restaurant. Let's definitely come here again.
Sounds good. We should pick a few other places as backup options, though.
There are other good places around here, too? Oh, and don't forget to invite us if you go. There's nothing we love more than good food.
Kaveh, do you have plans after this?
I was thinking of maybe going to the academia for some alone time. Nothing set in stone, though. Why do you ask?
Okay, Leute, Palast die Taverne. Dann machen wir das mal. War auch immer schöne Erinnerungen wieder. Schönes Essen. Ist immer was Schönes wieder mit Freunden und so alles. Erinnert mich irgendwie, wenn ich ja echt bin, mit Olhaven, Dea und Zaino, wo wir mit ihnen zusammen, vor allem in dieser Aktion, Leute, mit den dreien, ne, hat mich ein bisschen mit, bei Venti erinnert. Mit D-Log, Jean und so alles. Und Venti.
Well, it looks like this Inter-Darshan Championship's a wrap.
Mit Mondstadt die Story.
All that stuff with Sachin and the diadem got sorted too. Have you still got anything else on your mind? Oh, right. Yeah, Sachin said that he placed his research materials at somewhere beginning with but Kaveh smashed the diadem of knowledge before he could finish. It might be dangerous if someone finds his old research stash, right? Where do you think it could be? Holy smokes, you're right! He said he spent all that time researching in the desert, didn't he? So it's very possible that that's where he'd leave all his notes. Alright then, let's head off to our village and try our luck!
Vor allem, Leute, was mir gerade auffällt, ne? Bei den Akt von Mondstadt, wo wir mit D-Log, Jean und Venti da durchgelaufen sind, wenn ich mich recht erinnere, waren das bei Mondstadt gerade alle 5-Sterne-Chars, die es erstmal noch gab. Der Rest war alles 4. Es war ja nur Venti, Jean und D-Log. Das waren alle. Venti war ja wegen der Eventziehung dort. Er war ja der allererste Charakter, den du bei Genshin Impact ziehen konntest. Den Gott des Windes. Das war der allererste. Und wenn es mir gerade so auffällt, stimmt das, Leute. Das stimmt. Stimmt. Dann kam er irgendwann 1.1. Und dann kam... nein, nicht 1. Doch, doch. Nein. Es hat ein bisschen gedauert, bis, glaube ich, Lue erst gekommen ist tatsächlich, wenn ich recht erinnere, ne? Wir haben ja ein bisschen später angefangen, wo die Story schon ein bisschen weiter entwickelt war. Deswegen. Stimmt, wir haben ein bisschen später angefangen, tatsächlich, Leute. Stimmt. Aber ja, wenn ich mich recht erinnere, war das tatsächlich so, dass Jean, D-Log und Venti waren die ersten 5-Sterne-Chars in Mondstadt. Das sind, ja. Und ich merke gerade, es sind meistens immer 5 Sterne, Leute, mit denen du immer die Story spielst, tatsächlich. Ja. In Liyue war es ein bisschen anders und in Inazuma war es ein bisschen anders. Da bist du immer hingereist und hast immer weitere Leute kennengelernt, tatsächlich. Aber in Sumeru war es zum Beispiel wieder so ähnlich. So, wieder husten, Leute. In Sumeru war es ja wieder so ähnlich. Da hattest du ja auch wieder eine Gruppe, mit denen du die ganze Zeit zusammen verreisen warst. Und mit denen hast du auch zusammen die Aufgabe gelöst. Wie mit Jean und D-Log. Ich überlege gerade, wo ist denn das jetzt? Ah, wir müssen nach da, okay. So, wäre schön, wenn man einfach ganz kurz die Mission anklicken kann. Söhne der Heiligen... Ach, die sind auch hier in diesem Land. Oh, helfen. Oh, der ist ja hier. Interessant. Hallo?
Didn't expect to run into you here.
Oh, hey, Thumb. What are you doing here? And what are you reading? Are those?
Sachin's notes? Yes. I came across his profile while I was organizing some documents and became interested in his research. If it wasn't for that, I never would have agreed to being a commentator. I had a hunch after seeing the fragment of his mind, and sure enough, I came here and found his research.
Wait! So, you've read it already? Are you alright? How do you feel?
I think you may have misunderstood something. The reason Sachin chose that architect to inherit his research was that only he could really empathize with both the calamity and the humanity that these notes seek to convey. Only one who resonates with these sentiments would suffer and begin to think of history as bleak, the present as perplexing, and the future as pessimistic. Empathy is a double-edged sword. Clearly, I am not the same sort of person as Sachin was. Empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages. But this also makes it hard for them to achieve their goals.
Why's that?
All important things in life involve other people. As such, it's extremely difficult to live a life that causes no harm whatsoever to others. If you really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies along the way. Not everyone can deal with that reality. And that reality is like the material here. Objective, heavy, negative. But, at the end of the day, for all these experiment results and conclusions, it's just one person's perspective. Sachin's.
So, what are your thoughts now that you've read it?
As a scholar, Sachin was without a doubt a genius. He laid the blame for the darkness in the world squarely on humanity, experimented extensively with reliable results, and drew logical conclusions. In that sense, one might say his views were correct.
So, people are bad? And things can only ever get worse? All of that's true?
That is not a question for me to answer. Someone else will arrive shortly. You can ask them instead. All I will say is that the world is not built on correctness alone. Sometimes, being correct means nothing at all. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. By their own choice, the idealist seeks to bring happiness to all while denying themselves the same. Thus, they shall never reach even the borders of truth until they wipe away the ignorance that blinds them. I've never been able to agree with certain philosophies. Even Sachin himself struggled to comprehend the notion of sacrificing oneself for the greater good. But sadly, all viewpoints will find their supporters, and the way we see the world largely decides our fates. All right then, I got what I came for. These research materials are yours to look after. I'll be off.
Wait, so you came here just to read this stuff? You missed out on a big get-together, you know.
Get-together? Ah, yes, that makes sense. This is a good opportunity for that sort of thing.
Guess what? Kaveh treated everyone this time.
Then I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. See ya.
And there he goes. Well, it seems like he really wasn't affected by this research. He said that someone else would answer our questions. Who do you think that'll be?
Nahida! Lol, echt jetzt? Sie kommt einfach.
Traveler, Paimon, you're already here. Nahida! Oh, and that guy. Wait, so you asked him to take part in the championship? Yes, it was me. Are you surprised? Did you know that there was something wrong with the diadem from the start? And if so, why didn't you switch it out for another Sachin's research is not mistaken. He spent his entire life researching this topic, and these materials are a result of that. These are the crystallization of his wisdom. Yes, I was worried that the material might cause some disruption, but I didn't want to wipe away all his hard work searching for the truth. So instead, I had Hat Guy here help me keep an eye on things.
Seriously? I think you can stop calling me that now.
Why? Don't you like it? Well, anyway, if Sachin's chosen successor hadn't been able to handle his research, or if it had brought pain to more people, he would have intervened at a suitable moment.
And after all that, the person Sachin chose turned his nose up at his life's work. Pretty hilarious.
I was also hoping that this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to interact with people normally. But it looks like that didn't work out.
That wasn't necessary. I'm still paying you back for your help. And the last thing I need is more reasons to be indebted to you.
Nita, what did you mean by Sachin's research is not mistaken? Does that mean that you approve of his research? Put it this way instead. Truth to me is like a shroom borer.
Na gut, Leute, ich würde sagen, wir hören erstmal hier wieder auf, weil wir sind schon wieder ein bisschen drüber der Zeit, tatsächlich. Und wir hören, ich würde sagen, es ist ja jetzt ein bisschen doof, dass wir immer mitten beim Gespräch aufhören müssen, aber passiert manchmal, kann ich auch nicht ändern. Manchmal sind die Gespräche einfach viel zu lang. Deswegen, ich würde sagen, Leute, wir sehen uns damit hier in der nächsten Folge wieder. Euer Marschu. Tschaußen.